Well, the Idaho Steelheads on the road this week. Their first meetings against the Wichita Thunder. They'll come Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And the Steelheads closed out the calendar year of 2022 with an overall record of 25-3-0-1. They've had some strong goaltending this year, whether it's been Jake Kupski, Remy Poirier, or the guy right here to my right, Adam Scheel. And Scheel, first off, want to ask you about your first professional shutout Saturday night. I was kind of shocked when I was looking through my notes, about midway through the third period to see that you had never had a pro shutout, and sure had to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it did. It kind of took a little while, but happy to get it, and just looking forward to keep rolling.
Not only first shutout, but named ECHL Goalie of the Week on Tuesday. Nice little accomplishment as well.
Yep, thank you. It's not where we do it, but it's always nice to get recognized.
Talk about it. Now we've had Jake Kupski's been a goalie of the month. Remy Poirier was the goalie of the week a couple of weeks ago. It's kind of just one of the three of you, whoever goes in. It's almost like I'm watching the same guy every night.
Yeah, it's always nice having a couple guys I can kick. Me, Remy, and Cupper, we all learn from each other. We take bits and pieces from each other's games and kind of try to implement it into our own. And they're both great guys, so no one I'd rather share the net with.
Looking back at last week's matchups in Utah, you made 25 saves Wednesday and then the 30-save shutout on Saturday. Some big ones on Saturday night as well as Wednesday night. I asked Remy this a couple of weeks ago, whether it's a glove save, a pad save. What's your favorite save to make?
I like a nice scorpion save. That's my favorite.
What's that? The scorpion?
You're going to the side and they try to get it over your pad and you give it the
foot
up
yeah,
in the
okay,
air.
yeah.
That's
We've
my
seen that a couple
save.
times this year.
Yeah, anytime I get one of those, I always have a smile on my face.
Remy Poirier's favorite save was the two-pad stack, which it was kind of like a mixed two-pad stack. I don't know if you remember that on Saturday.
When Rem does it, he does it on purpose. That one was on accident.
Yeah.
I was not looking to be ending up there, but just kind of had to battle.
Talk about from a team perspective. This has been an awesome group to be around, and obviously the wins show that. But I think I think you guys have more fun off the ice, whether it's a practice day outside the locker room or whatnot. Has to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we have a really close group this year. Probably one of the closest teams I've been on. Everyone in the locker room is such a good guy. We all have fun together, whether it's at the apartment, on the bus, on the plane. So it's always a lot of fun, a lot of smiles, and we like to keep it loose.
How easy is that, or how nice is that to have that chemistry off the ice, and then it's kind of just takes care of itself on the ice? You say?
I think they go hand in hand. Whenever you're that close with your teammates, you kind of know what they need. You know if you need to get on them, if you need to pick them up. So it's just an understanding of each other and what gets each guy going. And again, just having a lot of fun together.
Mentioned heading to Wichita, Kansas this week. Been living out of a suitcase, it feels like, the last couple of weeks. You were just telling me, I don't even think you unpacked from Utah.
No, I have not. I got to do some laundry today and then repack. So do it all over again.
You were one of a couple guys that stayed back during the holiday break, is that right?
I did, yep. Yeah, so short break. Figured I'd just kind of hang out here, relax, do some sightseeing. So
were you the one that had were you the mac and cheese guy?
I was the mac and cheese.
Who did I talk to about?
I did mac and cheese and cookies.
Yeah, with Justin Miziak.
And I went 0 for 2.
The cookies didn't turn out good either?
No, the cookies did not turn out well. Nothing like Mom makes. So
what were you missing in the formula?
I think I missed about a whole cup of flour in the recipe. I don't know what I was doing, but didn't turn out great.
Not too good.
No, it's the effort that counts. Though.
Oh man. Well, obviously going back out on the road, you've been around a long time in your hockey career days. Where's the farthest place you've gone from? Have you been outside of North America to play at all?
Yeah, I have. In junior, we had a couple tournaments, and one in Czech, one in Slovakia, and then one in Sweden. So seen a couple places.
Favorite place out of all those? What
out of those three, I'd say Sweden.
Sweden was Stockholm.
No, we were. We flew into Stockholm, but we were up north, and it was called Sundsvall.
Yeah.
So it was a nice town. I mean, it's always cool seeing different cultures, different cities. So.
For sure. I think I only know Stockholm's like the only city or town that I know in Sweden.
Yeah, I played with a couple Swedes last year, so it taught me a couple things. Started taking a Swedish course.
I was about to say, any Swedish language there?
No, bits and pieces. More so how to just chirp guys.
Not enough to compile a whole sentence?
No. No.
Talk about going on the road. Is there something essential that you have to bring on the road that you pack that you maybe can't go on a road trip without? You got anything?
I have a couple things. I always bring my foam rollers. Those are nice. After a long travel day, getting to the hotel, those are nice. I usually like to bring a book for the plane.
Big reader. I feel like I've seen that a couple times.
I try to read as much as I can. Growing up, I didn't read any books. So I don't know what switched. Last year I kind of started reading a bit. I think it's good for me.
We got one ready for the flight?
I do, yeah.
What do we
I got one from my Secret Santa from the Booster Club. Tuesdays with Maury.
Oh, okay. What's that about? Have you started yet?
I started it, yeah. I'm probably 50 pages in. It's about I think it's about a professor who's diagnosed with ALS.
Okay.
And then so he's kind of on his deathbed, and he's reunited with like an old student of his, and then it's like he teaches him just about life.
All right,
so,
fair enough.
Seems pretty good.
What age did you figure out that you had to start reading left to right? Was that last year,
probably
a couple
last
years ago?
year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I went through all of college reading the wrong way.
But talk about that. I want to get into that. Obviously, a lot of North Dakota men on this Steelhead squad. How cool is that, right? To not only play college hockey, what do we got? Casey Johnson, Jordan Kawaguchi, yourself,
and Wade
Murphy as well. And you guys all overlapped at one point.
I played with Casey for 2 years. I played with Gooch all 3 years there, and then Murph was well before us. So I never got to know Murph this year, but hearing the stories, it all kind of lines up.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Well, is that something? That's something pretty rare, right? That you can play professional hockey with maybe a teammate, but to play with two other ones as well.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, especially coming into a new year, like you got a couple familiar faces in the locker room, and you just got a lot of memories, special memories with those people. Casey and Gooch are both some of my best friends. And I'm lucky to share those memories with those guys. And
you and Jordan obviously played together last year in Texas. He's on a pretty nice run.
Yes, he is. I'm not surprised, though.
Yeah.
I know the game he plays, and he's one hell of a player.
He's our Jumbo Jack guy.
He is.
I got to recalculate it. He had a couple of those in Utah this past week.
I think I may have seen him walk out of the rink with a couple of those coupons.
Oh, I'm sure he did. I mean, they are his. He should just
the Jumbo Jordans.
He should buy a steak and Jack in the Box. But I want to ask you here, go back a little bit. How'd you get into the game of hockey?
So I have two older brothers, and I think my parents put them in to learn to skate, just to kind of blow off some energy. And then I came along, and it was kind of just natural. I grew up going to their games, watching them play, and I kind of just jumped right into it.
Were they goalies too, or no?
No, neither of them were goalies.
Okay.
So I think they stuck me in that.
Now, were you the kid as a younger one that was maybe like a street hockey goalie at first, and they'd rip shots on you? Is that how you got into it? Or?
We had like a shooter tutor like in our backyard on our back patio, so I'd hop in net there, or we had street hockey nets. So my mom has a couple pictures of me in the street hockey gear with the baseball mitt on.
When did you transition that then to on ice?
I want to say I started playing goalie when I was probably like 5. I think my first season of like team hockey, I'd play a game, and then one other kid on the team would play, and then I'd play.
Okay.
And then that was the only experience I had at forward or player, and then after that, it's been goalie ever since.
Did you have any doubts maybe in those early days, like this isn't for me, or maybe I want to go skate out and score some goals or block some shots?
Some Monday practices, I have some doubts. That's for sure. The pucks hurt a little more on Mondays than they do on Fridays.
Oh man, obviously. Back here in Boise, you spent a little bit of time last year here, but just talk about the experience. Obviously, it's a great environment, and we've seen that through the first 15 home games. Yeah,
I mean, this city is one of a kind. Like, this is probably one of my favorite places that I've ever been to, ever played for. So I'm very fortunate to have such a great spot to be, great guys. The fans, the best fans in the league. Like, you come to one of these games, you don't get it anywhere else in the league. So again, just very, very fortunate and very happy to be here.
How easy is it to come to the rink right now, obviously, with the success that you've personally had, but also the team success?
Yeah, it is. I mean, anytime you get a group of guys like we have, it's always easy. That's kind of why you do it. You battle for your teammates, you battle for your brothers. Even if there are some tough days, there's always guys putting smiles on your faces. So
you talk about loving Boise. Are you an outdoorsman as well? I know we got a lot of them down there.
I'm not too much of an outdoorsman.
You kind of got the part though.
I could play the part, but I'd just be faking it. I'm not much of a fisherman. I don't really hunt. I'm more of a kind of sit inside.
Yeah.
I do enjoy going outside. But
do you like watching it maybe from like the background a little bit?
See, I would love to go watch those guys strike out.
Yeah, maybe we'll get that because I'm kind of the same way, right? Like I like being in the outdoors, but the activity part of it, maybe not.
I did tell them I wanted to try it once. Maybe once the weather warms up, I'll put on the waders and.
It's crazy, man, right? Like they go out there, it's
every
20
day.
degrees, and it's every day. I see a picture or something.
I was just walking over to Nikki's place yesterday, and sun was coming down, and Jack came back in his waders. I'm like, what are you doing?
What's going on, man? Get on the couch, right?
Yeah, park it.
Oh, man. This is kind of a random question, but we were talking, obviously, the bus trip to Utah just got back. What's your longest bus trip you've ever been on? in your career?
My longest bus trip. We had, when I played in the USHL, we had some long ones. I want to say it was like 16 or 18 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, busing to Lincoln, I think, was our farthest.
Sleeper, at least?
We did have a sleeper for one of them. And then I think we had another one that was pretty long that we didn't.
Oh.
But bus rides where you make the memories.
There you go, absolutely.
Yep.
Talk about before turning pro, 3 years at North Dakota. How'd you end up there?
I kind of just came down to the recruiting process. I took a visit there. I met with the coaches, Bubs, Jax, and KG, the coaches there, and I fell in love with the program. It's a very special place, a lot of rich history there. We do have the rink. We're fortunate to have the Ralph Engelstad Arena there, but that's not what did it for me. It was kind of the culture and the brotherhood there, and just meeting the guys. They all seemed so blue-collared and down to earth, and I thought it was a crew that I wanted to hang out with.
Now, when you were there, they were the Sioux, right? Or did it transition halfway through now? What, we got the Fighting Hawks?
Well, we're forever the Sioux, so you'll never hear me say we're the Fighting Hawks. So, Sioux forever, baby.
So we're just going to say you're 3 years there, Sioux forever.
Fighting Sioux, yep.
We mentioned 3 years. You left after your junior year to sign an NHL deal with the Dallas Stars.
Yep.
Talk about that process and then that decision as well.
Yeah, I mean, that was a tough process. Not every day do you get a chance to sign an NHL contract. And I'm, again, very fortunate for my time in North Dakota. I really wish I could have had 4 years there, but, my dream is to play in the NHL, and I think it was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up. And, a great organization like Dallas, I thought you couldn't beat it, so, I took my chance when I had it.
Absolutely. And if I'm correct, you're working on your degree still?
I am. Yes.
Is that formulating right now?
It's coming along. I've been taking one class at a time.
Yeah.
I'm in no rush to get it done, but this semester I'm going to take 2 classes and hopefully be a college graduate one day.
What do you got? What's the degree? What are you going for? Communication.
Yeah.
Well, that's my degree. I could help you out maybe.
Hey, maybe I'll need
I
some
was
help.
not a big, a lot of my stuff had nothing to do with what I actually wanted to do, but had to get that piece of paper.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the starting point. So
yeah.
And I said I was going to do it. I went there to do it, so I'm going to do it.
Com 110, reading about Phaedrus and Plato and all those guys. Remember that one?
All my buddies. Yep.
All my buddies.
I know that like the back of my hand.
Oh man. Well, I've done this with every guy. I want to end this little chat off. Got 5 random questions.
Okay.
Have none of them planned right now.
All right.
None of them. So I'm just gonna wing it. I've asked everyone this question. So you're given an elephant. You can't return it or you can't sell it. What are you gonna do with that elephant?
Ride it.
Where are you gonna ride it? Down the street?
Yeah.
Like how are you gonna put it in the apartment or?
Get a big cage for him.
Yeah.
Park him on the parking lot.
What's an elephant? What are you gonna feed him?
They eat like leaves and stuff.
I think so. Yeah, just walking down the street, right? Take them up in the mountains.
Yeah, there's plenty of grass.
They'll be all right. All right, that's a quick answer. I like that. You just said ride it.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Said some people kind of look at me like they got 6 heads, which I might going on up here. All right, question 2. Another one I've asked a lot is if you could have one person on the Idaho Steelheads cook you a home cooked meal, who would you want to cook that meal, and what would you want them to cook you?
I would want Jordan to cook me a steak.
Just a steak. Anything on it? Like
I don't know. He does a nice marinade for it.
Really?
Yes. He's kind of a wizard on the grill.
Wow,
so
I didn't know that.
He can cook a steak for sure. Yeah.
That's his go-to.
Yeah.
And does he put like seasoning on it, or?
I think he uses the Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't even know how to pronounce it, but it's a mean-tasting steak.
So it's good. All right, Jordan Kawaguchi with a steak. We've had Gooch with a steak. We've had Cody Haskinen with chicken parm. So it's kind of gone all over.
See, I haven't gotten the invite to that one. So
I haven't gotten the invite.
Maybe once they invite me to eat it.
I heard Owen Hedrick's going to be making poutine with fish
for
Remy.
Okay, well, he's got to catch a fish first.
Well, I know. Yeah. But that's kind of gross, though. Fish and poutine, I don't know about that combo.
Rem will be all over it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Third question here. You can pick any famous actor to play you in a movie. Who would you want to play Adam Scheel in a movie?
Chris Pratt.
Okay, I can see the resemblance just a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's got a good personality. I think he's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So,
what would the movie be about?
To
take it another step further.
What would the movie be about? I don't know. Probably just kid from Cleveland.
About your life, huh?
Yeah, just growing up. I don't know.
Question 4: if you could play a professional sport, any other sport, what are you playing?
Baseball.
Really?
Yeah. I grew up playing baseball until I left for junior. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I love baseball. I love playing it. It was such a nice.
Now, were you pretty good too?
I was pretty good. Yeah, I didn't really play too competitively. I played for my high school team, JV All Stars. But other than that, Yeah. I love
Baseball. Let me try to guess your position here. I'm gonna go first base.
Nope.
Outfield.
Nope.
Catcher.
Nope.
I'm out.
Shortstop.
Really?
Yeah. The rangy up the middle.
That's
shortstop.
kind of that's
Chris
a little
Davis.
shocking.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
You never seen me up the middle.
I guess I
That's
haven't.
all right.
Take some ground balls out here or something.
Yep.
Well, I guess before I get into my next question, what do you feel? What's going on with Cleveland baseball? We talked about the Sioux and the fighting. Well, I won't even say it.
Yeah.
But what's going on with the? I'm not even going to say the names of the team.
Yeah,
But the Cleveland. What'd you think of that?
I don't know. I liked it. I liked the change. I mean, it'll always be the Tribe to me. I think I'll always call them the Tribe, regardless. Indians, Guardians, Roll Tribe.
Were you a big fan of Major League growing up?
I was.
Love that movie, huh?
Charlie Sheen.
Oh, it's so good.
So good.
Wild Thing.
Yeah. Who's the guy with the
voodoo doll?
Yes.
Yeah, the voodoo doll.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name
Neither
or what
can
they
I.
call it.
Neither can I.
Oh, it's a great movie.
That is a good movie.
But then they made like a second one and a third one. You can't do that.
They can't do that. You gotta just keep it. You can't mess with it.
It's like they did that with Slapshot too. Same thing.
You
Can't
can't mess with perfection.
All right, we'll go with our final question here. What do I want? Favorite vacation spot?
Favorite vacation spot? I haven't really gone on too many vacations.
Well, I guess if you could pick one to go to.
If I could pick one, I would go to, I want to say Croatia.
Really?
Or Australia.
What do you got? Well, I
don't know. Have you seen those cliffs on like the coast
in Croatia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could see
Yeah,
that.
it seems pretty cool. And then Australia.
Little cliff diving.
Down under, yeah.
Yeah, kangaroos in Australia.
I want to hit all the continents.
Oh, fair
in my
enough.
time here. So.
Well, how many states have you hit?
I feel like I've got the majority of them.
Yeah.
But I haven't been to Alaska. Haven't been to Hawaii.
Have you been to Kansas?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess not. No. This will be my first time.
Well, the Steelheads are heading to Wichita, Kansas, so you can check that one off the box.
I'll color it in.
All right, Scheel, thanks for the time today. Once again, congratulations on the honor earlier this week.
Yeah, always happy to be here.